1-800-449-8686. And now more on The Phil Hendrie Show.
Coming up, we have Father James McQuarters. We will also, and I'm very, very pleased to announce, we will also have the return this hour of Frodo the Puppet. Frodo asks Phil. Maybe the reason why I didn't like that bit was that he was asking me questions. Maybe I'd like it better if I was asking him questions, if I was going to a puppet for advice. Phil goes to the all-knowing Frodo the hand puppet for advice. In any event, Frodo this hour. But I do have an announcement that I want to make. It's in all seriousness and it's in all earnestness. And it is one that I make with a heavy heart. But I do believe that my time with you is rapidly coming to an end. My time on the radio, I believe, those days are numbered. I'm announcing tonight it is my intention to retire from the broadcast business within the next 90 days. And I'm going to tell you why. The short answer is, it's time. The long answer is that I am noticing, and I am alarmed by, quite frankly, I am losing my grip on reality. I know many of you have probably said, oh, well, you do all those funny voices, Phil. Are you nuts? I've had that question asked me many times. Am I nuts? And I've always responded, no, of course I'm not crazy. How could I be crazy? I hold down a job. I pay tuition for children. My wife and I take care of a home budget. You can't be crazy and do that. Or can you? Well, it wasn't really bothering me too much, these questions about my sanity, until most recently I'd noticed some telltale signs. But today that tore it. Today was something, an experience that I will not long forget. Because you see, today, ladies and gentlemen, I became the very thing that I've often mocked. Today, I got into my car and I began driving to work, and as is my custom on occasion, perhaps once or twice a week, I stop at a little McDonald's on my way in. It's a McDonald's right over here near Las Virgenes Road here in the Southern California area, and I swing in. And I always pull up and I order my usual, which is a double quarter pounder with cheese and supersize the fries and Coke. Today was no different like any other day. I swung into the drive-through area of the McDonald's coming into work. I felt, I have a little blood sugar's kind of down. I think I'll get a little something to eat. I'm not going to wait to come to work and do it. I want to come in feeling good. So I came in and I was pulling up very slowly, and I realized, before I go to I hate it when people get right up to the menu thing and they are fumbling for their money. So what I do is I try to get everything ready. And if you got a seatbelt on, you know what I'm talking about, men especially, you're reaching with the seatbelt and you're trying to get your wallet out, and it's a little difficult, and you find yourself sort of straining up and away from the seatbelt. So I decided I better put my foot on the brake. I don't want the car to roll away. And here's where it happened. Remember I said I want to put my foot on the brake. So what did I do? I hit the gas. We've read the stories. You've heard the news. The old lady who drove her car through a plate glass window at a dress shop said, "Oh, the throttle's stuck." Yeah. No, the throttle didn't stick. You hit the gas, baby, when you wanted to hit the brakes. And today it happened to me. Today it happened to me, and the horror of the realization that I, like a million old people just like me, didn't know the difference. And what happened was I felt the RPMs, I felt the engine revving, and the car, thank God there wasn't anybody in front of me. And I said, there must be, and I said exactly what every old man would say. Why, there must be something wrong with the car. I better take it back to the dealer. And then I realized as I pulled up to the window to give my money to the very nice young Hispanic man who I believe I think he's bucking for sex change. That's kind of my idea on this, because he's a nice guy, but he's sort of femmed up and he always waves goodbye to me. And he's a nice kid. If it was a chick, if I was single. But anyway, I said, you know what? Hendrie, you hit the gas. And the reason why I didn't lurch forward is the part of your foot was on the brake. What are you, an idiot? You're worse than an old man. You hit the gas and the brake. Oh, God. Joining us now is Father James McQuarters to comment further on my dilemma. Father McQuarters, how are you?
Well, I'm doing very well, and I want you to know that I don't think you should feel too much fear over that. I think it's a very common thing. And I think really what happened to you, Phil, is you just lost control because you're looking for your wallet. There's nothing more than that.
You really think so, Father?
Oh, I wouldn't worry anything about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with your mind. But Phil, I think your soul is sick. I think your spiritual life is sick. And
Why would you say that?
Phil, I've been listening to the last hour or so of your program. Son, do you really think God intended us to make fun of those less fortunate than us?
You mean the hour we did on Down syndrome?
Yes, son. Do you think the good Lord put us here on the planet so that we could make fun of those less fortunate than us? Or do you think God put us here so that we could help them? Help them all get to heaven. Phil, I want to tell you a story.
Well, Father, I didn't mean to.
I understand that, son, but I want to tell you a little story. Father McGovern was a wonderful priest. He and I practiced together in a small parish in County Meath before we came to America. One night I could hear a shuffling sound coming from down the hallway from my room. It was Father McGovern, and I walked out in the hallway to see him shuffling along. Why was he shuffling? Because his pants were down around his ankles, and he was as bare ass as a jaybird in spring.
No, wait a minute, he's walking down the hall with his pants down?
Yes, he's shuffling. You don't walk with your pants around your ankles, son. You shuffle. Don't you know you shuffle?
Yeah, he's shuffling.
Right. I said, Father, why are you shuffling? He said, we're out of toilet paper. And I said, well, Father, you could have called me. I would have gone and got the...
So he's shuffling down the hall to get toilet paper?
Yes, bare ass as a jaybird in spring.
Well, Father, I mean, there's not one of us that hasn't had to shuffle down the hall.
Well, I understand that.
But during a cocktail party? Jesus.
Thanks for going out of character there, Father.
No, that's just my Phil Hendrie impression.
Get out of here, him and his shuffling.
He's right.
Right about what?
Everybody's had to shuffle every now and again.
Well, you don't have to bring it up, do you? I mean...
Haven't you ever had to shuffle down a hall?
Yes, I've had to shuffle. We've all had to shuffle down the hall. Sit down and, oh, God, we're out of toilet paper.
I don't, though. I never had shuffled ever.
You've never shuffled. You'd always had toilet paper.
No. But why do I want to shuffle?
Well, what do you do when you run? When you get finished and there's no toilet paper, what do?
I pull up my pants and walk down.
Oh, God! What's with you, bud?
Well, I'm sure I'm going to shuffle around like a tard.
So, in other words, you don't have paper, so you just pull your pants up, walk down the hall, and get it?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to shuffle along like I'm some kind of an idiot unless someone saw me. Just like that Father McGovern.
Well, if there's somebody in the house, you can say, hey, will somebody get me a roll of toilet paper, please? Well, you don't live with anybody, man, so what do you care?
You never know. Could be a workman.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, I've shuffled, and it's none of your business. We're out of toilet paper. All right, anyway, thank you so very much. But that's the truth. I'm going off the air, man, because you can kill the music now, bud, okay? Because if that's the kind of thing... And then there's one other thing I did. There's one other thing that is an indication of dementia. Not only did I hit the accelerator thinking it was the brake, but as I was going across a crosswalk yesterday on my way to meet my wife for lunch, a car cut in front of me, and I yelled at him just like some old man on Miami Beach. Coming up is our listener flashback. You're listening to the world-famous Phil Hendrie Show.
Never shuffle.
Good for you.
Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. The Phil Hendrie Show is back.
Coming up for the kids and for the young at heart, Frodo the Puppet, in just a few minutes. Right now, it is our flashback request, and this comes to us from Michael McLeese. He says, Dear Phil, there has never been a more influential phone call made to your program than the one from the, quote, cow from Argentina, end quote, where she called Rudy a liar. Quote, no, she is the liar, not I am the liar. This song is called The Holidays. What a time for the la-la. And that is my request for the show. Your tallest fan, Michael McLeese. Anyway, you cats are brand new to the show. You'll just have to listen to Rudy. He is our Argentinian, and here is a flashback from Rudy Canosa.
What I have to tell about
Welcome
this
to do you miss Argentina? I miss it so much.
I don't even think you are from Argentina.
I've been in America a great long time. I miss Argentina so much.
Well, but the costume of saying la la la, if you say to an Argentinian lady, they probably spit in your face. I live in Argentina.
Okay, this is a lie. You are lying, and you know you lie. Why do you call up to make our country look bad?
No, I don't make it look bad. You make it look bad, our country, which is a beautiful country.
It's a wonderful country. I love Argentina. No.
You put us down.
No, I am simply saying that the Argentinian man, to show a woman that she is the pinnacle of humanity, is to say to her, blah, la, la. You know this. Why would you lie to me?
No,
you lie
I
to make
never
me...
heard that. I'm sorry. You are a liar.
No, you lie. You lie to make Rudy look bad.
I'm from Argentina.
Wait a minute.
Tell me the town.
Wait, hold on.
Tell me what area you live. You come from a shaky town to tell the lady la la la. They think you are stupid. They laugh in your face.
I will tell you, I come from a mountain village, which
What
was
mountain? Where?
What mountain? It's the north side.
No, all the immigrants in Argentina are good. You are the best example of immigrants.
I come from a little village called Mendoza. And
in what province? What province?
In what province?
Yes.
It's boy, I haven't been there in a long time.
You don't know what province you are born?
Yes, of course I know the province I was born in.
You don't know the province you are born? You don't have the birth certificate?
It's in the northwest part of the country.
In the northwest is a 12th province. What province you come from? Prove me that you are an Argentinian.
I come from the village of Mendoza, which was, by the way, named after my great-grandfather.
I'm
who
sorry.
Was a general. No,
I'm sorry.
And I come from the province. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What are you talking about, man?
It's called Barrio Derego.
Look, Barrio is a neighborhood. Mendoza is a province. I catch you in the lie. You don't even know where you are born.
You call Rudy the liar?
Yes, you are.
No.
You are a bad example of Argentinian, and you should not be here. America is beautiful.
America is a wonderful country. The women here are beautiful.
It's
you, the Argentinian witch, you call to call Rudy the liar.
No, wait a second. Don't be calling anybody a witch.
No. She made me... I've got a business, Je t'aime lingerie.
You don't even know where he was born. He comes probably from a shaky town.
No. I will tell you where. You know why I won't tell you where I was born? Because I am running from the military dictatorship.
Well, okay, it's 30 years ago.
Yes.
And you don't remember
I ran out of the country. All I remember was the Park Hyatt in Mendoza, and that's it.
What do you mean the Park Hyatt?
Well, that's see you make Rudy. I've never had a woman laugh.
God.
You know something? I've never had a woman laugh in my face like that. You let this Argentinian witch look at her laugh at me to make me...
Look, you're doing your business a lot of harm by coming on here and make...
I'm not making up anything. She knows when I say to her, la, 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 la.
No.
Guns are in.
It's not true. It's not true.
All right.
He tried to be impressed with a funny accent, and he tried to impress Americans about European customs.
Why do you say my accent is phony?
My accent is my accent, but I don't try to lie about the good and the bad of my country.
You lie.
No. All right, Alicia, thank you for your call.
But wait a minute, are you blowing me off?
No, I'm not blowing you off, but the lady's brought up something here, this la 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 thing. She says...
It's not truth.
So men don't...
It's not such a thing.
Men don't come up to women in Argentina and go la 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 as a way of respecting them.
No, this is an idiot. A mental retarded. What means? Blah, 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 blah.
You call me a retard?
Problem with your speech?
So you call me a panhead? Is that what you call me, the pan face?
You are a liar.
You are a liar to call me Rudy the pan face.
And now it's time for a visit from Frodo the Puppet with Phil Hendrie.
Hey, Mr. Henry.
Well, Frodo, where you been, man?
I don't know. Someone took me and a dog ate me.
Well, it's good to see you back here, Frodo. It's always nice to see you. And this is a segment of our program that we call Frodo Asks Phil the Questions, right?
Yes, Mr. Henry. I want to know, how come if we caught that second guy, I get Bin Laden?
How come we can't get Bin Laden?
Uh-huh.
Frodo, it's a good question, but I have no doubt in my mind that Bin Laden is in the exact same area of the country that these two other members of Al-Qaeda were. You see, there isn't too far he can go. I don't think he's going to be too far away from the people that he trusts. And what are you doing? You're looking at Bud and you're laughing?
Nothing.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Kill the music for a minute.
Mr. Henry?
Just shut up for a minute. Kill the music. Are you two guys screwing with me?
No.
How come he's asking me a question that you two guys are eyeballing each other?
He's a puppet. Jesus. Take it easy. Mr. Henry, you need a vacation.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. Now it's time for
Frodo asks Phil Hendrie.
Frodo Asks Phil Hendrie. Hi, Frodo.
Hi, Mr. Henry. How come we can't find Bin Laden?
Well, Frodo, it's a good question, but I think we're getting close. You see, now I just saw him look at you. Now what's going on?
Nothing.
I'll kill it, Bud. I'll kill it. I killed it before, and I'll kill it again.
Don't kill a puppet. Please don't hurt me.
Now it's time for Phil and Frodo.
Hey, Mr. Henry, why can't we get Bin Laden?
The reason why we can't Bin Laden... Okay, you guys are doing stuff. Give me the puppet.
Please don't hurt. Jesus, you just killed the puppet.
That's right. I didn't like this segment anyway, man, and you talked me into getting it back on the air because of all the email we got for it.
You killed him. You're a murderer.
I don't like the two of you guys eyeballing each other.
Are you nuts or something? What are we doing?
Every time I was talking to him, the puppet, he's looking at you and you're looking at him like you guys are planning something.
Wait a minute. Can I just point something out?
What?
He was on the end of your hand. How can he be, if he's eyeballing me, you're making him do it.
Jesus, you're right.
You just beat your own hand up. Want me to get a Band-Aid?
Yeah, would you please? I don't know, Bud. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, David?
What the hell is going on over there anyway? I'm on my way to my bowling night. I'm listening to you beating hell out of a puppet.
I saw it looking at Bud, and...
You saw it looking at Bud. It's on the... But Bud said your hand is up it. You're controlling it.
Well, maybe your hand made it do it, but you weren't aware or something.
No, Bud, don't try to make it better than it is. You were controlling that puppet.
All right, there's something wrong with me, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, first of all, I heard the whole thing about you hitting the gas today instead of the brake. Boy, are you getting old. Then you're yelling at traffic. You need some time off.
No, I don't need any time off. I'm fine. It's just
What's wrong?
I didn't want to do that puppet bit anyway.
Why?
Because I didn't want to do it, and we got all this email on it, so I guess I had to do it.
How's he look to you, Bud?
Oh, let me see. Say,
Get your hands out of my mouth.
They didn't look too good.
All right, well, let me know, Bud, if anything else happens. I'll be listening.
Right away, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot for talking about me like I'm not even here.
Who are you?
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, man,
The Phil Hendrie Show is back. 1-800-449-8686.
And our email address, phs@philhendryshow.com, and our web address is www.philhendryshow.com. So anyway, I guess they got this cat, this third in command of Al-Qaeda, and I bring it up because, we don't really, lately, because the news has gotten pedestrian, hasn't it, about Iraq, the war on terror, and the election's over, and we're all moving on with our lives. We have freeway shootings again. It must mean that things are getting back to, the kind of the usual groove. You can't say that the world is coming apart because of 9/11 or because of what George Bush has done, because there are people shooting themselves in the freeways out here back in the 80s. They were psycho way back, man. We were psycho before anybody could spell it. Out here, these freaking screwballs. I remember driving to work, and I used to do morning drive back in the 80s at a local station here. Driving to work in the morning, 4 a.m., sit and duck, because this news is all over the place, the freeway shooting. So I'm driving along, and I would always put my head between, you have your front side window and your back side window, and there's sort of that place where the door comes together. It's like a little protective area. That's where I drive with my head up against that, man. If somebody was going to take a shot, all they're shooting is my arm. The only thing you can see is my hand. Now, I sincerely believe, because this is another sign of age, that if a guy shot at me and he didn't hit me, I'd chase him. That's the kind of idiot that I am now. I'd at least try to get a license plate. And with cell phones, it's a whole new ballgame. Right? It's a whole new ballgame. But they captured this guy, and the Pakistanis, not being Americans, they beat the living hell out of him. Now, I think what we should do is put them up on war crimes charges, don't you? Prisoner abuse? Oh, okay, never mind. That ain't funny, Henry. We get it. No, you don't get it, man. That's the problem. Nobody gets it. Everybody is just picking and choosing these little fights to prove their point about nothing. Meanwhile, all those good men and women over there in Iraq, they just keep right on doing the job. They just keep right on plugging away. Got a new cabinet they're going to try to put in place. The government was sworn in. They had elections. Well, gee whiz. Look what's happening over in Iraq. Like I told you, I get email from soldiers saying, the people they don't have a problem with us. They got a problem with these cats from Syria. Man, these are dudes from Syria and Chechnya. They're from Iran. They're from all over the place. They're coming in here, and they're screwing everybody's party up. I mean, those people in the Middle East, they have such hatred for themselves. Even if one of their neighbors is having a good time, they want to go over there and mess that up. Everybody's got to be on the same page, bunch of freaking totalitarians. So, here we are in the early part of 2005, 2 years from the time that we hit that country initially, and ain't no Saddam Hussein, man, he'd gone. And everybody said it was a huge mistake. Now what are they writing? Now the cats are writing this. The guys that are saying this is the most egregious activity on the part of the American people. And the fact that the U.S. would go over there and usurp another country's right to self-determination. Now these guys are writing these editorials. The makeup of the present government is not sufficient. It doesn't represent the Sunnis. And okay. 2 years from now, it's going to be like, well, why don't they have more women in the cabinet? And then about 5-10 years from now, it'll be, yes, of course the Cadillac is good for America, but will it perform on Iraqi roads? And then 20 years from now, it'll be something like, Iraq's new solar power plan does compare to ours, but will we... And then 100 years from now, oh, say, can you see by the play ball in downtown Baghdad? I don't know. But in any event, it's just it's a cool thing. I got to tell you, I just feel really cool about all of it. And I'm sorry that it bums so many people out that, like, the work over there just keeps pushing ahead, man. And every time I talk about this, the email that I get is, like, so full of hate. It's unbelievable. But I know it doesn't come from most of you cats. I live in the city of Los Angeles, which lost touch with reality light years ago. I don't know what happened to this town, man. I grew up here, and it used to be a place that had a pretty good sense of humor. Gone. I don't know what happened. Used to be a time when L.A., you had a pretty good little sense of humor about itself and really had some fun. Man, the biggest bunch of tight asses, poles jammed far and deep. Pilot high and deep has a whole meaning out here that is unknown to the rest of the country, right? So most of this crap mail that I get comes from right here, my good old hometown of Smelly, which I will love until the day I die. But the fact of the matter remains, what's happening over in Iraq is a freaking miracle, and my hat's off to those guys over there, the men and women, and to the president, and to everybody, man. Like, I went to this comedy benefit the other night. Oh, my God, I thought I was going to pitch my guts up. I told you I went. It was for my friend's place. It was pretty cool. You know, Titus came out. He was funny. Then this cat Bodden comes out, and he's trying to play it both sides against the middle. He's making a bunch of red state jokes. Like, yeah, fine, dude. And out comes Bill Maher, and he bombed so bad, he cleared the joint out. It's as if that guy just lifted a cheek off the chair and just sent a sulfuric wave. He couldn't have cleared that place out quicker with a barrage of egg farts. Good going, man. I guess you were really on top of it. Talk about being timely and on top of your material. Hi, I'm Bill Maher. Let me just tell you some George Bush jokes. And within seconds, he's blowing them out of there faster than a broccoli fart. Just gone. You know, there's a point in the show, Bill's telling jokes, and you can hear like a janitor rattling his keys. And he's going, would you be quiet? I'm telling jokes over here, man. Here's some guy rattling the change in his pocket. All right. Some guy getting up on a walker. But I just think it's wonderful, and I'm very, I think it's just cool, and I hope the folks over there continue to you know, do what they're doing. The thing that's like is a drag for me personally, I see all these guys are going over to Iraq now, and they're doing personal appearances, and they're doing broadcasts and stuff. I mean, even that remember that lady that called and thought she was listening to the Rusty Humphrey show? I went onto his website. Bud went on his website, I should say, not me. Bud did. And I mean, Bud saw that he'd been to Iraq. How many of these guys get to go to Iraq? I don't even get to go to Iraq. In fact, I can't even get 1,000 CDs shipped over there for the military. I wanted to buy 1,000 CDs, my dime, and contribute the money to my friend's place. All right? And because I get tons of email from military people who want to download our stuff and listen to it. I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'll buy 1,000 CDs, and we'll ship them over there. All I need to do is find out how to do that, right? I can't. It's like... Same thing happened when we first set up our charity for my friend's place. I got on the air one night. I said, you know, we're going to sell a CD. We're going to raise a lot of money. Does anybody want the money? I couldn't get anybody to call. I got these charities that wanted to check me out, right? They're checking me out. I got one. It's, we don't like the material and this and that and this and that. On Friday, my friend's place called up. These cats are, yeah, sure. I mean, why not? Well, since that day to today, over $1 million we've raised for them. Help put them on the map.
Where do you think Bin Laden is?
I don't know where he is. He's up in Pakistan someplace. What's that got to do with anything? I'm talking about something else.
I thought you were talking about the war in the terror.
Well, yeah, I am, kind of.
Where do you think he is?
He's up in Pakistan.
What do you think he eats?
What does he eat?
Yeah, soup. Think he likes soup?
I don't know, Bud. Yeah, he probably eats soup. What do you mean, does he eat soup? I don't know if he eats soup.
Probably eats snails. Probably eats dirt and snails. Probably has snail dirt soup.
Snail dirt soup, huh?
Well, yeah.
I don't know, man. They'll probably catch him, though.
I'm just keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, I can see you've been staring at me for 20 minutes. You might want to wipe your chin, man. It's been dripping down for the last 10. 1-800-449-8686. Phil Hendrie Show.
Phil Hendrie Show. 1-800-449-8686.
All right, well, take a look at a little bit of news here. This is an interesting news story. It says, new Star Wars movie, A Bloodbath. Well, now there's a headline that every parent can embrace. New Star Wars movie, A Bloodbath. Guarantee you this, I can't keep my kids from seeing it. Don't you have any parental control? No, not when it comes to this, I don't. No, I do not. Anyway, my daughter's 13. She's the youngest, so I guess they're cool. Everybody's set to rock and roll with this thing. Although my kids are... Oh, I'm going to read you the story, but I got to tell you, my kids are... They've like outgrown Star Wars a little bit. Not too much, but you got to understand, The Star Wars movies are huge with people who are now probably, what are we saying, 30s? In their 30s to upper 30s, or later 30s, maybe even hitting 40. That was in their wheelhouse, man. That was the generational touchstone for those guys. Okay? Now, my oldest one was born in 85. So to him, I guess for those guys, the big time movie was, God, now I'm like totally drawing a blank, but I know that Mark's writing something down here. He's writing faster than you, bud.
I'm not writing anything.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Care Bears, that's right. Get out of here. Give me that.
Well, I thought it was.
Care Bears. No, anyway. So, but and Star Trek, forget it. It's like, well, how come you guys don't dig Star Trek? It's douche. Okay, thank you. New Star Wars movie, A Bloodbath. The new Star Wars film is a bloodbath, which deserves its parental guidance PG-13 rating, a critic has said after the early screening of the movie. Revenge of the Sith is the first Star Wars film to receive a PG-13 rating. Associate press writer David Germain described its action as relentless. Now, here's why they say this, and those of you who are fans of the film or familiar with the film, Anakin Skywalker eventually does become Darth Vader, and Darth Vader wears this funky-looking headgear. Well, there's a reason. He got into a fight to the death with Obi-Wan Kenobi, originally played by Alec Guinness, and in the subsequent versions as the younger Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ian McGregor.
Ewan.
Yeah, okay, Ewan McGregor. Young, you know what? I'm in America. I'll call him Ian.
Oh, okay. That's like calling a guy Pedro Pete, you racist.
What do you mean a racist? All right, it's Ewan. Young Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker completes his transformation into black-hearted villain Darth Vader with a bloodbath against old allies, according to Mr. Germain. Anakin is left gruesomely mutilated in a death duel with former mentor Obi-Wan Kenobi. His surgical reclamation as the part flesh, part machine Vader is chillingly juxtaposed against the bleak childbirth scene of his wife Padme Amidala, whose twins grow up to be heroes of the original Star Wars trilogy, Luke Skywalker, and, of course, Princess Leia. The movie's been given a PG-13 rating due to its sci-fi violence and some intense images. Science fiction is at its best when it has... I don't know why. Don't ask me why I say this, but and this is a terrible thing to say, but I have to say it. Science fiction is at its best when it shows humans becoming physically, I want to say, well, mutilated. Because what happens in a science fiction movie, to me, isn't about science fiction. It's about the transformation of people for good or bad through science. And that's why all those science fiction flicks that we all remember had something to do with some guy getting acid thrown in his face. You know, some creature being created, some laboratory where a head's in a dish. You know, and because that's what science fiction is. It's the transformation of the human experience. It's the transformation of the human soul through science, or you know, the abuse of the human spirit through science. Because people are like, what's horror movie, man? I mean, what's the difference between that and a science fiction? And I always said a horror movie's Frankenstein and science fiction is like Godzilla. But, I mean, it's like more than that. Horror flicks are fantasy. They're mostly and horror flicks are more than that. They're not just fantasy. It's a dream. Horror movies are basically about subconscious dream shadow jazz, you know? Monsters coming out of the dark. That's what we dream about. That's what our dreams are about. Sci-fi is about the fear we have of you know, things that can happen or the reality of what can happen in the future. So anyway, here we have Darth Vader, and he is in this big fight to the death with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I don't know what the hell happens, but Obi must pull out that lightsaber and just do a number all over Darth's face. Probably set his face on fire and put it out with a track shoe. I mean, how good would you look after that, right? So what do you want?
Mr. Hall.
Yeah, David.
I don't understand what you're doing now. Is this still your show?
Yeah, it's my show. Well, I mean,
I'm listening to you talking about, yes, horrors, goth, and all of this stuff. When does the comedy start? And what is this you doing a number on someone's face.
Wait a minute.
I call him about it, Mr. Hall.
So, you're trying to...
Did you call him up about that?
You said doing a number on a guy's face.
I said that they're talking of... Oh, I don't believe this.
I'm in the middle of the biggest ping pong tournament of my life. I'm down 50.
What do you mean a ping pong tournament? Last week it was bowling league.
Don't worry about it. The next time you say the phrase, do a number on my face, smile when you say that.
I can't believe you guys would stoop to that level to sexualize an innocent comment like that.
Oh, get a load of you, all wounded and everything. Add in. Now
Turner, get him out of here. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show.
Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686. One 1-800-449-8686. The Phil Hendrie Show is back.
I gotta go and talk to Mr. Hall.
Why?
Because I said did a number on his face. Thanks for nothing, bud.
You said it.
The parts of Bud Dickman and Larry Grover, as well as myself, Margaret Gray, Father James McQuarters, and Frodo the Puppet, all played by Phil Hendrie. Go to www.philhendrieshow.com for all the latest from the Phil Hendrie Show as well as his merchandise. Guests of the Phil Hendrie Show stay at the Knickerbocker Hotel.
Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686.